Everyone thinks the cold kills. They're catastrophically wrong. Sometimes something else hunts in the eye. February 2nd, 1959. 9 seasoned hikers, led by Igor Dyatlov, were deep in the Ural Mountains. They were on a challenging ski trek, aiming for Odorton Mountain. What they found instead, on the slopes of Khalat Siak, the dead mountain, was something far more terrifying than the bitter cold. Their tent, found weeks later by search parties, was slashed open from the inside. Not torn, but deliberately cut. It was a desperate escape. Outside, footprints in the snow showed the hikers had fled into the freezing night, many wearing only socks or a single boot. The first 2 bodies, Yuri Doroshenko and Yuri Krivonishenko, were found near a small fire under a large cedar tree nearly a mile from the tent. They were partially undressed, showing signs of hypothermia. But the story only gets stranger. 3 more bodies, Dyatlov, Zinaida Kolmogorova, and Rustam Slobodin, were found scattered between the cedar and the tent. Their positions suggested they were desperately trying to return to camp. Slobodin had a fractured skull, not from a fall but from a blunt force trauma. The final 4 hikers were discovered 2 months later, buried under deep snow in a ravine. Lyudmila Dubinina and Semyon Zolotaryov had horrific chest trauma, crushed as if by extreme force. Dubinina was also missing her tongue and eyes. The initial Soviet investigation concluded a compelling natural force caused their deaths. A vague, unsatisfying explanation that fueled decades of conspiracy theories. Avalanches, military tests, even Yetis. The lack of external struggle, the internal injuries, the inexplicable radiation found on some clothing, and that cut tent. These details defy easy answers. Why abandon the only shelter in sub-zero temperatures? One leading theory now, backed by recent scientific analysis, points to a rare type of slab avalanche. A small, delayed collapse of snow that could have startled the hikers, forcing their desperate flight, and caused some of the blunt force trauma. But even this doesn't fully explain the missing tongue, the radiation, or the sheer terror that drove them from their tent, barely clothed, into a fatal wilderness. The dead mountain still guards its most chilling secrets. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains a stark reminder that sometimes the most mundane explanations fall short when confronted with the truly bizarre. What happened that night, 65 years ago, continues to haunt us. Next, we'll dive into the chilling secrets of the Mary Celeste.